Hello, my name is Ryan Thompson. This is my presentation for our Week 5 module discussion on sharing a field of interest. Last week in my paper, I wrote about a passion of mine dealing around the partnering of school, family, and community. Looking at these three components as essential components of student learning, but even more important is how they interconnect with each other, how they partner effectively, and how they utilize aspects of equity and cultural proficiency to reach all students within a community, a school community, and the community as a whole. I believe there's a current need for continued research and looking into the area of effective school, family, and community engagement, especially in this time of many schools coming out of COVID restrictions that have severely limited for the past couple of years the ability for families and communities to be more involved in schools. In my own school specifically, I oversee the implementation of a panorama survey, which is sent out to families and asks them, among other things, their feelings around engagement with them by the school. And in this last round of panorama education for my district, we received 20% favorable engagement as a whole, which could certainly use improvement. Uh, We've seen over the last year or so increased political movements that have been fostering distrust against schools, distrust against the curriculum being taught, distrust around methods teachers are using, and really painting a picture of schools being divorced from community and family involvement. And to also address historically marginalized communities who have a history of distrust of school systems, having feelings of school systems not serving them, not serving their children, and not wanting to have them involved. So through schools partnering with families and community, the goal is to increase equitable access to all families, um, being mindful about diverse linguistic needs, the diverse times that families are available, the diverse ways in which they may want to interact or be involved with schools, but to also engage in the greater community, governmental and non-governmental agencies, support volunteer groups, businesses, religious organizations, and helping schools to become a true reflection of the community that they serve and the needs, values, and culture of that community. This also to help the school community become an assets-based as opposed to a deficits-based educational model. And there's research that many, especially individuals from marginalized populations, feel that schools address them and their culture from a deficit space, that school is needing to somehow fix or change the culture of students and individual families, as opposed to recognizing the strengths that all students and all families and all community stakeholders can bring into a school and contribute in a positive way. One of the academic leaders that I've come across surrounding this topic is Joyce Epstein. And one of her contributions to the topic in particular of school and family partnering is her 6 types of parental involvement, which has since been updated to family involvement to better represent the different types of family makeups that our students come from. These are 6 ways in which schools can be more mindful about how they are reaching out to families. The first one being parenting, or having schools be mindful on how families may have diverse ways in which they approach supporting students at home with education, and different ways in which they want to be involved in school as well. Communication and being diverse in our educational methods as a school to reach all family members through different ways such as phone calls, translating messages, newsletters, digital emails, physical letters, home visits, and being as diverse as we can to reach as many people as we can. Volunteer opportunities in the classroom during the school day, outside of the school day. Learning at home and being more creative, and what does learning at home look like outside of homework, and what is the best and most equitable way in which we can support families in creating an educational um, framework at home that can work for everyone. Decision making. Parents want to feel and families want to feel like they have some sort of role in the decision making process of their child's education at school, and being mindful on opportunities to involve parents in that process. And then collaboration, looking at teams such as special education IEPs, uh, meetings, partnering with parents, support system teams, parent teacher organizations, school achievement teams, and what kind of collaborative family support can be in those spheres as well. My last page here is my references. As I've looked at this topic specifically and started to learn more about it, there are so many areas and aspects of where I feel further research and further study could be focused into, any single one of these aspects of greater family engagement, greater school community partnering, and I look forward to continuing to develop my understanding of this topic. Thank you.